What is this? Magical Miracle Girl Monomi. Experience the battles between Monomi and the Mono Beast that occurred behind the scenes. I'ma just get back to where I was, thanks. Hello and welcome back to some more Danganronpa 2 Goodbye Despair, where in the last episode, we finished up investigations for the second case of the game, which I'm pretty sure, this case seems pretty straightforward, I gotta admit. There don't seem to be a whole lot of loose ends left this time around. I feel like we've got most of this down pat. It doesn't feel like the game is trying to hide it all that well, but, you know, either way, I am excited for the first time. I'm actually excited to start the class trial, because the mini-games from last time were way better than they were in the first game, so I'm excited to get into this. But before we do that, we gotta set our skills, because, well, 25, our max skill points now 25. That's, wait, oh. That's another improvement. I did not connect the dots before because I just didn't think about it. But I'm pretty sure we're level 25 in the game right now. I'm pretty confident that we are level 25. And I think last time we were level 15. So our maximum skill point cap is determined by whatever our level is in game. That is a very, very nice addition, because again, instead of having to just randomly get increased skill points, you actually earn the skill point increase yourself. That's much better. Okay, so the only skill point we were able to buy last time was this, which basically just the Fine Sword is basically a better version of Excellent Blade. So we're just gonna replace. Can I unselect this? Yeah, I'll unselect this and put that there instead. Okay, so that's the only one. That's the only new one we bought, but we just need everything we can possibly get to help us with the Bubble Showdown. Other than that, everything should still be set in place. The Panic Talk action stuff, non-stop debate stuff, and, yeah. I think we should be good to go. So, without further ado, make sure difficulty is still set to mean for both of these things. Let's get this show on the road. Did I not press? I guess it didn't accept my input, okay. Class trial start. All rise, here we go.
Now then, let's begin with a
We do not need an explanation of the class trial, we know how this works.
No matter how many times I hear it, it's such a cruel rule.
The second time you've heard it.
Now then, let's first discuss the motive. That masterpiece of gaming, Twilight Syndrome murder case.
Ah, yes, a true masterpiece in gaming with that hilarious running animation, the bland character names, and the atrocious dialogue, and just everything else about it that is awful.
What? Who cares about that game?
The outcome of this trial should be determined by whether or not we find Mahiru's killer.
Nevertheless, we shouldn't ignore it. After all, that game is the motive this time.
Yeah, you're right. Then let's try discussing that first.
I'm sure everyone who's beaten the game already knows that it's based on an actual murder case.
Some of us have not beaten that game. Give us a detailed explanation.
It means Twilight Syndrome Murder Case is a non-fiction game. Additionally, some of us are characters in that game too.
Some of us are characters in a video game?
Boy, howdy! Do I have a bombshell of news to drop for you, Nekomaru.
So, I think it's better if we clarify who the characters in the game are first.
Oh my god. Characters in the game were girls A through E and boy F, and the high school girl who got killed at the beginning. By using the staff roll after clearing the game as a reference, I should be able to figure out who's who. The first character the player was able to control was girl A. To the end of girl A, it's probably, okay, well, by simple process of elimination, it can't be you, it can't be you, and it can't be you. And didn't we say that Mikon matched girl A, so it's Mikon?
Girl A is probably Mikon Tsumiki. That timid tone. That definitely sounds like Girl A.
They didn't talk, they just...
Based on the list of names in the staff roll, I can't think of anyone else who would be Girl A.
Okay, the clouds in the background are very distracting.
Why am I in a video game? That's an infringement of my right to privacy. A nasty, trashy pig shit like you doesn't have any privacy rights.
People like this character.
Ah, a nasty, trashy pig shit. I feel like I heard that in the game too. Huh?
She's right, the one who said that was Girl B.
I see.
Maybe this is just a memory test at
Girl
this
C was
point.
short and foul-mouthed. She's probably Hiyoko.
Short and foul-mouthed? That's like the complete opposite of me.
Yeah, definitely the complete opposite of you, Hiyoko. That's a funny joke right there. The true comedy gold right here.
Anyway, let's move on. Next is Girl C.
Girl C, your personality was hyper energetic and unique, which means it was Ibuki, because it was not you, it wasn't you, it couldn't have been you, because you were the guy, and it's you. Process elimination.
Girl C is Ibuki.
Girl, see? Then I'll see you next Tuesday.
But Tish.
Let's move on to Girl D.
No one laughed at that. Everyone disliked that. Girl D is only one person who always has the camera with them. Yeah, that would be Mahiru.
I see.
This is literally just a memory test.
Mahiru, the victim in this case.
Yeah, that's correct. Let's skip Girl E and talk about Guy F.
For Yuhiku. He's Guy F.
I see.
Aren't you Guy F?
I was in a game? That's fucking stupid. That reminds me. Wasn't there another person whose last name was also Kuzuryu? Another person? It was one of the names on the staff roll. The names were Sumiki, Koizumi, Sayonji, Miyoda, Sato, Kuzuryu, and then another Kuzuryu.
Hold on. Why do you keep saying there were two Kuzuryu?
You already forget about his sister?
It's not like I'm wrong. That's how it's written on the staff roll. Since you beat the game, you probably know what this actually means, right?
The reason for Yuhiko's last name appears twice is true, I have a hunch. But to call me out like that, Nagito, you're definitely someone I shouldn't mess with. The reason for Yuhiko's last name appears twice is probably because he had a little sister. Didn't we already know that? I could have sworn he mentioned something like that
In
earlier.
the game, Guy F, Kuzuryu, mentions that he has a little sister.
What do you mean, little sister?
This is what Guy F said in the game. It's pretty clear. There's no doubt that Guy F had a little sister. Plus, the sister actually appeared in the game. That's why the name Kuzuryu appeared twice.
By the way, what role did Guy F's little sister, the other Kuzuryu,
She was the first
play?
victim. I don't really want to say myself, but I need to move the conversation forward. The only character in the game I could see being Yuhiko's little sister is the high school girl who died at the beginning.
I see.
This is some just basic memory
The high
test.
school girl who was the first victim in the game is the only person I can think of.
Based on Guy F's tone in the game, it's clear that Girl E is not his little sister.
No, Girlie is, but by again process elimination, Girlie is the culprit,
So if the only person
and also the fact
left
that they
is the
literally
dead
told
high
us Girlie was the culprit in the game.
then she must be Fuyuhiko's sister. Why do you sound so fucking happy? That's a winning personality you got there.
He's better than you by like a hair. It's not much, I'll admit. You're this close to each other. You're like, it's splitting hairs, but he's still better than you by a fraction of an inch.
Personality? Are you praising me?
Don't let it go to your head.
I was being sarcastic, dumbass.
Hey, you said the game is a work of non-fiction. That means Fuyuhiko's little sister is...
Yeah, I have a little sister. Something wrong with that? It's just a fucking game. Don't go mixing up some video game with reality.
I'm almost positive you mentioned something like this before.
It's not just a game. It's definitely based on true events. That's why it's the motive. Don't go making shit up, bastard. If she was the type to die easily, I'd have fucking killed her myself a long time ago.
Yeah, that's not, no.
I mean, when I first entered Hope Speak Academy, she was mouthing off to me as usual and sent me off. It happened just the other day.
About that. You're probably thinking like that because you've lost your memories.
Shut the fuck up! You be quiet! I see. So you're never gonna accept that that game is based on true events, huh? Okay, I understand your attitude toward this class trial now.
Nagito, you seem to be doubting Fuyuhiko a lot. Do you suspect he's the killer?
No, he's definitely not the
A
killer.
mystery that easy would make me feel sad. It wouldn't be good enough to serve as everyone's stepping stone.
Yeah, it'd make you feel sad because it reminds him of the mysteries from the first game, all of which were brain dead easy to solve.
That's why. I'd be much happier if Fuyuhiko wasn't the killer.
Okay, you're starting to act weird again.
Starting?
Anyway, Now we've established who all the characters in the game are.
Girl A is Mikan. Girl B is Hiko.
Yes, we remember.
It's just a story in a fucking game.
If so, then girl E is Miss Sato.
Could it be? The same Miss Sato who likes white rice?
I don't know what Sato you're talking about, but I don't think she's relevant to this case.
Maybe it's related to Gundam's last name, since they're both really plain names.
What the heck is that wild connection?
That may be an ordinary family name, but it's far better than Sato or Suzuki.
And he also has a strange rivalry going on.
No one cares about that. Hurry up and talk about the mystery of the game.
Huh? What do you mean, mystery of the game?
My, you don't know. I heard that girl E got killed.
What? No way! Is that true?
Getting killed is so violent, don't you know?
My, such awful times we live in. Why did this happen?
You guys are definitely friends.
So the mystery of the game is the murder of Girl E, correct?
Then let's hurry up and solve it. Let's first figure out why Girl E was killed.
She was killed because she was the one who killed his sister. Because Girl E was the killer. Yes.
I see.
They went out of their way to make that clear in that little cutscene.
Which means Girl E was killed as revenge for the dead high school girl. What do you think, Fuyuhiko? Apparently, Girl E was killed to avenge your little sister. You're fucking persistent. I don't care what that game said at all. But is that true? Girl E, she killed the first victim? In order to make that clear, we need to know more about the case involving the first victim's murder.
It's a murder that occurred in the music room. I knew it would come up, so I prepared in advance. Look, I made a map of the music room's surroundings, which was the stage of the first case.
I'm surprised you went to all this trouble.
Mapping is second nature to retro game fans. Classic dungeon crawler RPGs have a first-person point of view, so mapping as you play is a basic.
We get it! Let's talk about that later so we can focus on the case.
Then, I'll start explaining. Girl A, Girl B, Girl C, and Girl D were at the entrance hall when they heard the sound of glass breaking. Immediately, they climbed the stairs to the second floor and headed to where they heard that sound. Girl E was in front of the music room on the second floor, and she confirmed that the sound came from in there.
Why does she have to be an AI? She's so awesome.
But the door to the music room was locked. So Girl D went to get the key from the office. And when the five of them were finally able to go inside, they found the victim's body, dead from a blow to the head. Because the music room's window was broken, the girls thought the killer escaped through there. The sound of breaking glass that they heard at the entrance hall seemed to confirm that.
Except it wasn't that, it was the broken vase.
Girl E's school swimsuit was stolen, so they concluded that the escaped killer was some pervert. How does that sound?
Yep, an understandable explanation. Just as expected from the ultimate gamer who excels at clearing games.
But it wasn't a pervert, right? Wasn't the real killer Girl E?
Obviously. Girl E was waiting outside the music room for the other girls after she killed the first victim.
Did she lock the music room from the outside? Then she would have totally needed the key from the office.
Which means Girl E was hiding that key. We can assume she used it to lock the music room after she left it.
But Girl D was the one who went to the office to get the key to the music room, right?
By the way, since it was never mentioned in the game, we can exclude the possibility of there being a spare key.
You can lock the music room from the inside, right? So from there, Girl E broke the window and escaped and sprinted to the front of the music room as fast as she could before the others arrived.
We're still gonna ignore the broken vase, huh?
Passed by the entrance hall where the other girls were waiting if she tried to do that.
Then forget this.
It's not cute to see an old guy sulk.
Hey, is Girl E really the killer? We haven't reached an answer yet.
Based on the details of the game, it's no mistake that Girl E was waiting in the hallways the killer. Then what did Girl E do after killing the girl inside the music room? I guess I need to clear that up first. Okay, well, let's begin. Guessing we're gonna need that broken vase photo since you're all so determined to come to the conclusion that
She killed the first victim in the
that
music
it was the
room.
glass was broken that made the noise.
What did Girl E do?
She just broke the window in the music room and escaped outside.
So how did Girlie get from outside the school to the front of the music room?
To go back to the music room from outside, you need to go through the entrance hall.
Plus, at the entrance hall, the other 4 girls should have been there.
At the entrance hall, the girls heard the sound of the window shatter.
No, they didn't.
No,
God, it's so much better. It's so much freaking better. Oh my god, it's like, it's night and day.
First of all, the sound the girls heard wasn't the window breaking.
If it wasn't the window, then what broke to make that sound?
A vase.
Vase? How low can you go?
After the murder, a broken vase was discovered in the classroom next to the music room.
So the sound of breaking glass that the 4 girls heard wasn't the music room's window. It was the sound of the vase breaking. Probably.
Actually, the murder was nearly finished by the time the 4 girls met in the entrance hall. Girl E killed the victim in the music room, broke the window, and went to the office to get the key. With that key, she locked the music room from the hallway, returned the key to the office.
The fact these people are unironically referring to the characters by Girl E and Girl C and Guy F with a straight face is laughable.
And went back to wait in front of the music room. All she had to do was break the vase in the next door classroom as the 4 girls met by the entrance hall.
To make them think the murder had just occurred and that the killer had just escaped.
So, when the 4 of them ran over after they heard the sound, Girl E acted like she had just rushed over too.
I see. Now the mystery has been solved.
Wait a minute! The mystery hasn't been solved yet! You haven't determined what the murder weapon was yet!
Murder weapon?
Who cares about the murder weapon? We found out who the killer was.
Not cool! I went to all the trouble of making this death march, so you gotta stick with it to the end!
Didn't we establish it was the metal bat?
What the heck? You're so annoying!
Fine, let's figure out the weapon. If this keeps up, I'm gonna feel like I need to shit. Which means I'll feel disgusting.
Thank you for sharing that piece of information with us. I'm sure everyone really wanted to hear that.
A disgusting one.
The weapon is pretty unconventional! The answer was revealed in the game.
Oh wait, oh right, we're talking about the one from the... Right, because the metal bat was for the second one, not the first one, okay.
Now then, will you guys be able to figure it out?
An unconventional weapon that also appeared in the game. If you're told we can't advance as long as we don't make that clear, then I have to do it, I'll do it. What do you think the weapon is? I have no idea. Was I out of line just now? Now that there's something I need to tell you regarding the white noise and non-stop debates. Some lines of white noise are actually very durable. You won't always just... Oh, joy. Oh, what fun. Now, you can't destroy them in one shot. Fun, 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 fun. Oh, and just when I thought we were in the clear. Durable white noise will chip away every time you shoot them with a silencer. But unless you completely destroy them, your time limit will not be replenished. By the way, if your difficulty is set to gentle, white noise won't appear at all. You get the gist, right? It appears the debate is getting tougher, so I've obtained some very useful information. I heard there's a guy named Gun something. Apparently he has a skill that can increase the power of the silencer. Gundam Tanaka. Gun something, I wonder who it is. Is that out of line just now? Well then, good luck and have fun. Okay, so... Don't make me spend time with Tanaka to get a skill. Is it worth it? Is it worth spending time with Tanaka just to get the stupid... okay. What are our options here? Okay. An unconventional murder weapon inside the music room.
What about broken glass?
The only thing...
Isn't the cause of death a blow
Why is
to
the
head?
swimsuit an option?
Think you talked her with the fish tank.
Is the fishing gonna
Too
be the
big
thing?
to be a weapon.
No! Oh! Wait! It's the gravel!
Piano.
That's really smart.
Going even bigger.
Oh, that's actually really clever.
It's universal chaos.
Okay, hold on. I'll explain the thought process after someone's... Is someone gonna say something like that? Do I need to use the blue text? Ah, right here. Aha! I got around you this time. Am I correct? Is that right? That's good, right? I think we did it.
I got it.
Yes!
The killer must have used gravel. To
Okay, that's really smart. So the reason why the swimsuit was stolen was so that you could use it as sort of a bag to fill it with the gravel from the fish tank and then use that as a weapon. That's a clever twist, game. That's a clever twist. I'm not totally on board with the length we're going into the game. I feel like they could have maybe truncated this a little bit, maybe melded this into the investigation a little bit more so that there was less time spent in the class trial itself talking about this, so we could spend more time talking about the actual murder of Mahiru instead of this. But that is still a really, really clever twist. Credit where credit is due.
I got it right. And I was just throwing things out there. Just as I thought. I'm chosen by the gods.
Okay, maybe don't let it get to your head.
You're not chosen at all. And gravel is impossible. It's too small to be a weapon.
Nah, if it was in the swimsuit, it wouldn't be.
What if the gravel was put inside some sort of bag?
A bag? What kind of bag?
If the weapon is something that appeared in the game, then so is the bag. And the only thing I can think of is the school swimsuit.
I'm still not over the level of meta we've gone to here. An arcade machine inside a simulation inside the game we're playing.
If you tie the swimsuit like a bag and stuff it full of gravel, it'd make an effective weapon.
Gravel inside the swimsuit? Even the Ace Attorney would be astonished by such a fantastic idea!
Alright, that's enough for me. I'm calling it quits here. That's it. I draw the line at Ace Attorney. You did the stupid, you said, oh, riddle solving professor, and oh, cute monster catching. And now you've gone, you did it, you crossed the line. I draw the line at Ace Attorney. Oh, this game. Also, no, Ace Attorney would not be astonished by such a fantastic idea, given the fact that it's a series that contains such wonderful pieces of logic, such as, oh, the cloak just happened to snag onto the bus, or, oh, Maki Tabe, the blind 14-year-old kid, was obviously the one who was able to fire the .45 caliber revolver without sending his shoulder rocketing into a different dimension. It also would have had to aim up despite the fact the bullets don't line up with the stupid. Ugh! I hate that game so much. I hate it so bad. It's so bad. I hate it so much. Oh my god, it makes no sense. Anyway.
Before the killer, it's an idea that kills two birds with one stone to make people think the killer is some pervert. It makes sense for a school swimsuit to be stolen. And if that swimsuit was used to make an improvised weapon, it'd have to be disposed of later.
How about it, Monokuma? Are you satisfied now?
This happiness you feel when the mystery you create is solved. Only producers know this feeling of ecstasy.
That's an interesting question. Who do you think feels more satisfied? The people playing the game who solve the mysteries, or the people creating the games watching the mysteries be solved? Huh.
But the real important talk begins now. Girl E had someone who can be called an accomplice. That person was actually Girl D.
Girl D. You're talking about Mahiru, right?
Huh? Mahiru is the accomplice? What is this? What does that mean?
The piece of face that became an important clue in the music room murder. Girl D got rid of it.
And apparently the reason Girl E committed murder in the first place was to protect Girl D.
By the way, that's not me skipping past the photo really quickly. That's the game flashing it up on screen and taking it down less than a second later. That's not me skipping past it.
Girl D was being harassed by the victim. Girl E found out and tried to stop it. And they ended up getting into an argument.
And she felt a rush of anger and ended up killing her.
But she should have had a clear murderous intent. I mean, she choked her out and then bludgeoned her to death.
She probably made her unconscious by accident. And from there, she couldn't go back. I somewhat understand that feeling.
You can? That's pretty scary.
But Girl E was also killed by someone on the 4th day. Or the game's last day. I might as well ask just in case. Who do you think killed Girl E?
Guy F, obviously. It was for Yuhiku. Yeah, Guy F. Also, they didn't even they didn't even hide that one. They were like, it was probably that guy, and our choices are Girl A, Girl D, someone who wasn't even in the game, or Guy F. Like, they didn't even try with that one.
It should have been Guy F.
Not that it takes a lot of cognitive thought to think about it anyway, but still.
A scenario where Guy F murders Girl E out of a burning, hellfire desire to avenge his murder.
And if you're wondering, the murder weapon this time is the metal bat.
Guy F is... What? It's just a story in a video game, isn't it? That's all you can say.
That's the same thing Jacob
That
said in
game is
defending
telling the
Jacob.
truth. It'd be a huge
If you haven't
problem.
read that book or watched the show, do it. It's freaking phenomenal.
Hey, clear this up for me. Those of you who appeared as characters in the game, do you remember this incident?
That is, I'm terribly sorry, but
They don't remember. That's obvious. Because their school memories were like totally stolen.
It is good that they've gotten that twist out of the way early, because it would have been really lame if they had us if they just did the same thing with a different group of characters and had it been like at the end of the game. It's like, by the way, your memories are stolen. Instead, this time they got it out of the way. Basically, every major plot twist from the end of the first game, they got that out of the way at the beginning of this game, so that they can reserve the major plot twists that I'm assuming that will be introduced in this game. The new ones for later, so that it actually feels new and interesting. And so we're operating with the same assumption of information that we have in the first game. So I appreciate that. It's a very, very, very solid writing choice.
if I don't remember, I already know. It's obvious that guy is the killer. No one would kill a nice person like Mahiru besides a piece of shit menace to society like Fuyuhiko. Girl E and Mahiru were killed by that guy.
You sure do talk a lot of shit. Well, I'm used to it by now.
But does Mahiru's murder have anything to do with that game? Perhaps the two are unrelated.
No. The game and Mahiru's deaths are probably related, and actually this one share point with... Yeah, it's the metal bat would be the case here. The metal bat.
I can prove it with this. I'm not sure the two events are unrelated. At the very least, the killer has definitely played the game. As proof, Mahiru, who was killed in the beach house, and Girl E, who was killed in the game, were both killed by a blow to the head with a metal bat. There's no way we can ignore that connection.
Someone must have wanted to split her head open the exact same way they avenged the first victim. Hey, why don't you confess already? You're the one who killed Mahiru, right?
You better cut that out right now! There is no way a stupid game could be the motive!
You're dumb enough to believe that stupid game, and that's why you killed her as revenge!
If you keep making up your mind like that, we're just going to go around in circles. And it's true Fuyuhiko may look suspicious. But don't you think that'd be too obvious?
What if...
I mean, there's a possibility that it's a trap set by the true killer.
Playing it up a little too hard there, Peiko.
Trap? What do you mean?
The true killer played that game, and most likely found out about the relationships between the characters. That person could be using that knowledge to try to set up Fuyuhiko.
Are you saying that a completely different killer murdered Mahiru and used the game motive as their cover?
Isn't that what happened, Kyoko?
Yep, called it. She's trying to frame her. She's trying to frame her.
Don't you understand? I'm saying you might be the true killer.
Way too aggressive there, partner.
What is this? Like, I can only laugh. What are you even saying, you nasty toilet-clogging bitch?
I mean, I would jump in, but she killed Mahiru, so I feel no remorse for Peiko anymore. I told you she was gonna betray us, by the way. Nobody believed me. Shower room, iron bar, window frames at the breach, metal bat, trash can. Okay, well, if it's gonna have to do with Kyoko, or it's probably gonna, or sorry, Hiyoko, it's probably gonna have to do with the footprints on the beach, because they were made by her.
You're so mean!
Why do you doubt Hiyoko? Do you know where Hiyoko was today? She was at the beach house, the scene of the crime.
Damn it! Oh my God, sure.
The beach house.
Yes, you did. Then I have the evidence to prove it. I was anticipating that white noise is gonna be one that would take more than one shot to go down, and then in doing so, I ended up losing 15 seconds.
Seriously, I told you I didn't!
But these footprints in the sand in front of the beach house, aren't they yours?
I don't have such ugly footprints. They're probably Mikan's based on how ugly they are.
You're judging the attractiveness of people's footprints?
Don't decide that based on ugliness.
They're not Hiyoko's footprints? That's strange. The footprint I collected from your room matches these footprints perfectly.
Collected? I never gave you permission to collect that, you nasty pedo!
And also, how exactly did he collect? How would you even go about doing that?
Plus, the footprints left in the sand were facing away from the beach house, which means when the owner of these footprints went inside the beach house, they used a different
Different entrance. Are you talking about the door facing the road that Mahiru's body was leaning against?
Are you saying when that person went inside the beach house, the body hadn't appeared yet?
The door was still accessible when they went in, and wasn't when they left.
Which means something happened in between those two events. Isn't that right, Hyo?
Ah! I remember now! I remember when I went to the beach house!
So you finally decided to confess.
I'm pretty sure you guys already know this, but going for walks in the morning is my daily routine.
No, I don't know that. I have no idea what your daily routine is, and I don't care.
I've never heard of that daily routine before.
And that's when I went to the beach house. I went there on my morning walk.
Hyoko, look, I know you're not the killer, but we saw you running away from the beach house and the diner.
I see. If you went there during your morning walk, that doesn't have anything to do with the case at all.
We all saw that.
Don't believe her so easily, dumbass. She's obviously lying.
We all saw her running away in the diner.
It's a lie? People who call other people liars are usually liars themselves. If you say I'm lying, prove it. Can you even prove that I'm lying?
Well, Soda and I saw you running away from the tunnel, and there were other people there as well.
There's no way a bunch of worthless idiots like you guys would be able to do that.
Or had they shown up yet? I'm not sure. I don't know if they've shown up yet. But at the very least, Soda and I did see that happen. Okay. Footprints, metal bat, shower room, bar window, letter on Mahiru. We're gonna need the, because the letter says it, right? Let me reread the letter, make sure before I present this, let me reread that letter. Okay. Is going to tell you person, want to come to the beach house. Okay, yeah, okay, so this is the actual proof that she went to the beach house.
Go to the beach house. But only during my morning walk.
Lies.
No, that's wrong.
Although this is probably going to be where she tells us she didn't actually write this letter.
Only during your morning walk, huh? Will you still claim that after you take a look at this letter?
That letter. It's the one Mahiru had, right?
I see. So Hiyoko was able to arrange a meeting with Mahiru by exchanging letters with her.
What is that letter? I'm serious. I don't know.
Yep, I told you, she doesn't know. She doesn't know because she didn't write it. Peiko wrote it, wrote one for her, and one for Hiyoko. And they both, I guarantee they said different times. One of which was for earlier, and the other one was for, was for Mahiru, was for later.
Oh, snap. I remember now. I totally saw it.
Oh, now you remember.
Me and Hajime met up at the diner around 3 p.m. to go to the beach.
Yeah, that's what we were planning. That's what you were planning on doing. Just going to the beach, you know, just casually.
I saw you about 30 minutes later, so it should have been around 3:30 p.m.
See. So if she met Mahiru at 2:30 p.m., killed her, then ran away afterward, I think 3:30 p.m. is a reasonable time for you to have witnessed here.
Pushing way too hard on this one there, Peiko.
You're wrong. You're totally wrong.
Now that you mention it, you also passed by the diner for Yuriko. So you should have seen Hiyoko too, right?
No, I didn't. It's just a coincidence that I passed by the diner. I wasn't even paying attention to the beach house. I went straight back to my cottage after I saw you guys. I didn't see anyone during that time.
For some reason, that sounds suspicious too.
It's the truth. Deal with it.
Just leave him alone. It'd be a waste of time to question him any further.
Because she knows who the killer is, and she knows who she's trying to frame, and she doesn't want to frame for Yuhiku.
That letter in Kazuichi's testimony says it all. You were meeting up with Mahiru at the beach house.
Seriously? I don't know. I didn't even write that letter. I'm telling the truth. I really don't know.
Is she really crying? Or is she faking it?
She's probably faking it.
We can assume she summoned Mahiru with the intention of killing her all along.
It's not easy to fake crying. Like that's not something that most people can do on a whim. Like anyone can fake the my throat is throat is getting choked up. That was a horrible fake, but that was a horrible attempt at faking it. But that part's easy. But to actually like force tears out of your eyes, that's not something that can be done on a whim by a lot of people. I've done it before, and if you want to hear the story, I'll tell you. Story time. So in 7th grade, what? I did not want to open the transcript. In 7th grade, I was going out with someone at the time, and she was getting made fun of a lot by her friends for going out with me because I was the nerd. I was the ultimate gamer, as it were. And you know, she was going out with someone who was obsessed with video games and really nerdy, and you know, her friends were like, you could like do so much better than that. I don't know what you're doing. Like, you should like totally break up with him. And like it was constant harassment from her. Sorry, not from her. She was constantly being harassed by her friends, being like, you're too good for him. Move on to someone else. And it was really getting frustrating for her to deal with. So we concocted a plan where we would pretend to break up in front of the entire 7th grade, and then we would just secretly date, you know, so that we would still be able to go out, but no one would be the wiser, and she wouldn't be getting insulted by her friends anymore. And it worked. It worked hook, line, and sinker. Basically, what we did is we waited for gym class, because that's the one class where everyone's in the same concentrated area, and our coach took us outside. We were on the soccer field. We were doing everyone, because the best days in gym class were when we had free days. We could just do whatever we wanted. And so basically, everyone was on the soccer field doing whatever they wanted. Some people were playing frisbee. Some people were playing soccer, flag football. Some people were just walking around. Some people were just, you know, jogging. It's whatever. People were doing whatever they wanted. But because they were all out there, it was very, very easy to, you know, put on a show, as it were. So we, you know, we yelled at each other, and we got upset at each other, and we put on a show for them all to see. And everyone, people were stupid in middle school. Like, they bought it hook, line, and sinker. Like, I'd like to think we put on at least semi-decent performances, but the fact that they bought it at all is insane. So, and then afterwards, we just went our separate ways afterwards. We didn't talk to each other the rest of the day, and then I was just like curled up on the bench, and I was instantly just pretending to cry, you know, like just burying my head in my lap and just like bouncing up and down to imitate the feeling of, to imitate what it would look like if you were going like crying, like the convulsions your body would be doing if that were actually happening. So I was like just trying to mimic that. And it worked, but then I was able to actually fake tears. I've only ever done that once, I think. I might have done it 1 or 2 more times. I don't remember the situation, though. That's the one time I distinctly remember doing that. So, you know, I mean, we didn't... The relationship didn't last. I mean, I think we broke up, I think, 8th grade? I'm pretty sure it was... It was like halfway through 8th grade that we broke up, and then we just didn't see each other. We didn't talk to each other again after that thing. But... for the time being, it was, we were proud of ourselves for pulling it off, so, you know, that's always a story I can tell, and it's relevant here because the point here, fake crying, not easy, at all, so I don't think Hiyoko would be the type of person to be able to successfully pull it off.
That's why she wrote a letter to let her know where to meet, so the others wouldn't find out. And then you went ahead to the beach house, hid yourself in a specific place, and waited for Mahi.
This is over if she got the same the same letter but for a different time. This whole story's your whole story's over if she actually if she admits to that.
There's evidence for that too.
The only place I can think of where Hiyoko was hiding is probably that place, right? Oh, we're talking about the closet.
Here. The place where Hiyoko was hiding. Are you talking about the closet?
Yes, that's right. The gummy candy we found on the floor is the evidence.
No.
Hiyoko, your favorite candy is gummy.
Yeah. Hey. Anybody remember that gummy bag that was it? So I think Soda was the one who found it. Oh wait, where was it? Ah. Hey, remember this thing? Remember this bag we found? Yeah. Well, yesterday I was talking about how there's no way that she would just. Like, if she's this obsessed with candy, she wouldn't have left it behind. There's no way that would have happened. But now I have actually more evidence to support the fact, because it says the bag comes with 4 flavors. Strawberry, which would presumably be red. Melon, which would presumably be some shade of green. Grape, which would presumably be purple. And orange, which would be, you know, orange. But the gummy we found is yellow. Not a color that would be present in this bag. I didn't think about this yesterday because I didn't actually read it all the way. But I was thinking about it. I just thought about it now. It's like, okay, there's no way that would have happened. She wouldn't have been that careless. Let's see if we can find something about the gummy bag that contradicts it. And then I read it, and I'm like, oh, wait. There is something that contradicts it. Blatantly, actually. So, nice job, Peiko. You messed up yet again. You're failing miserably.
Gummy? I've never eaten something like that before.
captured the true character of this mystery. Hiyoko, who summoned Mahiru to the beach house, hid inside the closet like a familiar. When she saw her chance, she attacked her like an evil spirit and left the beach house like a swift wind.
But Hiyoko miscalculated that Mahiru's body would be blocking the door at that time. Because of that, she was only able to leave from the beachside door and ended up leaving her footprints.
We have presented the proof! My 4 dark devas of destruction didn't even
No,
need
we have evidence to contradict that.
It's a trap! This is obviously someone's
Did you not get a letter? How did you... Okay, so this is very easy. Because you must have gotten a letter from Peiko too. Because obviously you didn't write the letter. Peiko wrote both letters to summon you there at different times. So, and obviously if you didn't go there... If you honestly didn't go there... Like, you would have had to have gotten a letter in order to end up at the beach house if you truly didn't go there to kill Mahiro. Which means you must have been summoned there by the letter that she wrote. So all you gotta do is just show us the letter, and this whole story is over.
Who's someone? Whose trap is it? It must be that one person. You know, the one with the mask, maybe? The one with the mask? There was a suspicious mask at the beach house, right? Whoever was wearing that could be the real killer.
You're the one who wore that mask and killed Mahiru, right?
There's no way I'd wear such a childish mask. Is your brain fried or something?
That is right. It cannot be Hiyoko. That mask belongs to Sparkling Justice.
Here we go.
Huh? Sparkling what now?
That mask says it all. Sparkling Justice is hiding on this island.
Here we go.
Which means the legendary serial killer Sparkling Justice is the one who killed Mahiru.
Oh boy.
Why you? If you continue to say such foolish things, I shall tear you limb from limb.
Don't blame Miss Sonia. It's just a difference between cultures. Culture shock, you know?
Uh-huh.
Yoko, why don't you just admit it already? You're being unreasonably stubborn.
It's all in your head. Oh, why can't you understand? I'm not the killer.
Hey, maybe we think about the person who's pointing the finger at Hiyoko constantly. It's true that Hiyoko is suspicious, but there's something strange. Something doesn't make sense. I can't help but feel like we're being directed by someone. Yeah, by someone. I wonder who that someone is. Could it be the person? Could it be literally the only person who's been an accusation so far? I wonder. Okay, let's get that gummy bag ready to go.
I shall render my verdict upon this mystery's conclusion. Hiyoko is the sinner who killed Mahiru!
I'm telling you, it's a trap.
There's no doubt. You went to the beach house, right?
Guys.
And weren't you also hiding in the closet? So that's when you dropped the gummy.
False.
No, that's wrong.
About that gummy, did Hiyoko really drop it?
The only one childish enough to eat gummies is that midget over there.
You're a midget too, you know. You're the one who worries about never getting taller.
It's true Hiyoko likes to eat gummies, but she only eats a specific brand.
The brand of gummies you eat only have strawberry, melon, grape, and orange flavors, right?
Huh? What about the lemon flavor? The gummy at the crime scene was yellow, so it obviously looked like it was lemon flavored. Huh? That gummy is yellow? And it's no mine! The ones I eat don't have any yellow gummy!
That's right. None of the gummy bags in her cottage had any yellow ones.
Then we can't assume Hiyoko is the one who dropped that yellow gummy.
See? Didn't I tell you? It's definitely a trap! Damn it! Who would set a trap like this?
Maybe the only person in the room was trying to point fingers at all.
I'll get my revenge! I'm gonna bop you on the head with all my might!
Hold on, you little bitch! You think you're in the clear just because of a little gummy?
That was the defining factor as to what would have proved she was hiding in the closet, you
Don't
idiot.
be stupid. I'm not done backing you into a corner yet.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. Back at it again with more idiocy. Okay, what do we got this time? I don't have any guesses just yet. We're just gonna let this play out and see what happens.
We're not done with Hiyoko yet. There's still a huge piece of evidence left.
And what would that be?
You're talking about the footprints near the beach house, right?
It's true, that's an important piece of evidence. And we can thank Mahiru for it!
What does that mean?
Oh, I know what it is. We need to get this ready to go. Yep. Why did oh my god.
Thanks to we have
Okay,
We're not done
So,
with Yoko yet. There's still
let's see what happened there. What happened there is I tried to get it out in time. I saw it. So basically, what I realized was gonna happen is it's like, okay, so they're gonna say that we have Mahiro to thank for that, which means that the reason why we have the evidence because she was up against the door. So she's gonna say that she was able to get to the door to block it off, so that she could only escape through the front door, which we know isn't true because she died instantly, which means that someone would have dragged her there. Problem is when I tried to get rid of the purple words, but it just didn't go away in time. So, you know, go, there we go. What?
Thanks to her.
Did it?
We have the evidence.
But that's a blatant contradiction! That's a blatant contradiction! What do you mean? What do you mean?
True, that's an, and we can take
What is that?
Did I have the maybe I had the wrong thing out?
Block the door
Yeah.
to the road. We have the evidence.
Game, you're doing good, game. You don't send me down the rabbit hole again.
What does that mean? Mahiru used her
Go
last
away.
strength and blocked the
But it's a
door.
blatant contradiction! It's a blatant
We have the evidence
contradiction!
we need.
What do you mean? It blatantly contradicts the autopsy report! She couldn't have used the last of her strength because she was dead immediately! What do you mean? Why is it just bouncing off? What? Ah.
What does that mean?
Okay,
Mahiru
go
used
away.
her last ounce of strength.
Oh, now it works! Oh, now it works! Okay. I see. So they're not fixed entirely. Still got that classic Danganronpa bullshit. Oh my god. Well, it was a good run while it lasted, ladies and gentlemen. We tried. We got one solid trial before the bullshit came back.
According to my autopsy, yes, there's no doubt that Mahiru died instantly.
You keep making shit up. I'll fucking kill you!
I'm sorry.
Ryuhiko, you cannot do that. Only a coward threatens women.
I'm pretty sure her death was instant, too. I mean, her injury was only a single blow. That's why Mahiru isn't the one who blocked the door. Someone else used her body to block it.
Someone else?
The killer, of course. They're the one who blocked the door with Mahiru's body. That's why there were bloody drag marks left on the floor.
But why did the killer block the door?
To force Yoko to go out the front.
Just ask Yoko. She's the killer after
So that she could base her entire case on this.
Seriously, that's not true.
Let's assume Ryoko is the killer. Wouldn't that mean she's also the one who dragged the body?
Which would mean that she created a situation in which she couldn't escape herself, which would be an idiotic thing to do.
When I saw her, she was clean.
See? I told you I wasn't the killer. Yay! With this, my innocence has been proven.
I won't let you look down on me.
Oh, great. Now we're gonna get... Oh, boy.
We haven't decided that yet.
Here we go.
Ryuhiko, why do you keep insisting that Hyoko is the killer?
Shut up! I'm telling you, she's the killer! That little bitch is definitely the killer!
We proved she's not. Now we get to do this. Okay, let's hope this goes better than that last thing. Okay. What do we need? If it has to do... Okay, so the last thing we just brought up is the fact that...
Mahiru didn't block...
Hold up, we gotta pause. Okay. The last thing that we just talked about was the fact that she was clean when she came running out of the tunnel. Which means that what he's probably gonna say is, but wait, there was a shower in there. And then we're gonna say, yes, a shower that wasn't working properly. So we're gonna get that ready to go.
Then Hyoko did it. She killed Mahiru
No.
and blocked the door with her body.
No.
Hyoko is the
No.
only killer I can think of.
Several instances in the Hyoko is the killer. If I don't counter those words, I'll push back. Okay, I'm slicing as fast as I can, buddy. Slicing as fast as I can, buddy. Okay. Duh. That worked. We did it. Yay. We beat the win.
Then she should be covered in blood.
So what, dumbass? There's a shower room inside the beach.
Yeah, shower that doesn't work. I didn't want to slice that. I didn't want to slice that. Oh, we're in danger. Oh, we're in the danger zone. Okay. Okay. I need to. Yep, I didn't see that. Hold it. No, wait. Coming up right now. Right now. No, she didn't because it wasn't working.
Now, washing it off in the shower is impossible because the shower in the beach house was out of order.
Out of order?
I'm terribly sorry. I haven't had any time to actually repair it.
Then maybe she took her clothes off to move the body, and when she was done, she put them back on.
I'm sorry, wait, didn't she say she can't get dressed? Wait, no, that's wrong. That's wrong. Because earlier, she needed Mahiru's help to get out of that stupid dress to take the shower. Wrong.
I did something
Wrong. She needed Mahiru's help to get out of her clothes. She couldn't put them on by herself. No. Wrong. Because she cannot get dressed by, she can't get dressed by herself. You liar. What, did I not? What? Okay.
I see.
Thanks for putting those next to each other, game.
Listen to me, Fuyuhiko. Hiyoko mentioned this before. Which means Hiyoko can't change by herself. It's impossible for her to put on and take off her clothes.
Oh yeah, she couldn't even tie her sash on her own. That's why she couldn't take
Bath,
her
whatever.
sash.
Semantics. My point still stands.
I didn't smell.
Yes, you did.
It only
I mean, I don't know. I can't smell the game, but everyone around you said so.
Oh, wasn't changing inside the beach house prohibited in the first place?
Yes, if you broke the rules, I'm pretty sure Monokuma wouldn't have kept quiet.
Damn right! I'm such a stickler for the rules that even safari park rangers want nothing to do with me.
If she didn't change her clothes, then what did Hiyoko do with the blood that got on her?
Well, Hiyoko didn't do anything, but Peiko used the water bottles that were found in the trash can.
Like I've been saying, the blood wasn't on me in the first place.
Well, I find it
because
odd that we're
never
not paying
touched
any attention to the
Mahiru's
fact that
body.
Akane was clearly covered in a lot of blood. And I'm sorry, but there's no way she got that many injuries in those specific locations. That just didn't happen.
If you think about it the other way around, does that mean whoever was covered in blood is suspicious?
Yeah, look at that. Look at that. That's not...
'Cause
No.
if so, I believe Akane was soaked with blood when we all met up to go to the beach.
Yeah, so was her bra, and her bra didn't get injured in the battle.
Didn't I tell you that was because I got beat up by Coach Nekomar?
I can attest to that. If I hadn't gotten that rough with her, she never would have backed down.
Doubting me of all people. You got some nerve.
What did you do? Claw at her skin? How did you possibly cause those injuries?
All right, I'll bend your body in half so you're stuck in a bowing position for the rest of your life. That actually sounds pretty cool.
The hell it does!
Hey, more importantly, I'm okay now, right? It's okay that I'm not the killer?
Yeah, seems like it.
See, I already told you. There's no way I'd kill Mahiru, because Mahiru taught me how to wear a kimono, and she was very, very kind.
Unlike you, who has been a piece of shit the whole time.
There's no way I would kill a nice person like her. Why wouldn't you believe me earlier? You guys are stupid! Stupid, stupid, stupid! Hyoko, please don't cry. Everything is fine now, right? Shut the hell up, pig barf. I hope you get a hangnail and die.
You're making it really, really hard to care about you, Hyoko. Like, I'm fighting for your innocence right now, because I know you're not the killer, but you're making it really hard to care about you.
I'm sorry for being pig barf.
More importantly, Fuyuhiko's behavior earlier was definitely strange. Getting so worked up and accusing Hyoko of being suspicious. Could it be? Does he actually have something else in mind?
Hiyoko, now that our suspicions have been addressed, can you tell us the truth?
Huh?
Even though you're not the killer, you still went to the beach house, right?
Like I said, it was a trap.
Yeah, I got that already, so can you give us the details about that trap?
I would like to know too. It might lead to some kind of clue.
Fine. You want me to talk, huh? Earlier this morning, Mahiru was the one who came up to me. She asked if we could meet up later.
Huh? But didn't you say earlier? Damn it! So that was a lock?
'Cause I thought it'd be doubted if I admitted it. So I figured it was better not to say anything.
So, What was your answer to Mahiru's invitation?
Anybody notice that Peiko's gone suspiciously quiet since we stopped accusing Hiyoko?
I told her it was fine. I mean, I didn't have a reason to say no. Unlike everyone else here, Mahiru was someone I wasn't embarrassed to be seen with.
You always have to say something snide.
At the time, we were supposed to meet around 2 p.m.
There it is! There it is! Meet around 2 o'clock p.m. Hiyoko was summoned to the beach house early so that she could be knocked out, placed in the closet, probably in that surf container which was mysteriously left empty, so where she'd be hidden away, out of the way of what was about to happen. Then Mahiru was summoned at 2:30 where she was killed. Then Hiyoko woke up at around maybe 3:30, I think that's when we saw her run by. She sees the body, she runs away, leaves the footprints, and that's exactly how this went down. There we go. Now we're getting somewhere. Now imagine, oh, now we're getting to the letter. Now imagine what would have happened if you told us about this earlier.
Yeah, this one.
Yep, there it is. If only you could have told us this earlier. Imagine how much easier this would have been.
I saw this letter and went to the beach house at that time.
Huh. The letter that Hiyoko had, doesn't it clearly contradict that other evidence? Yeah, it contradicts the letter that we found on Mahiru.
I can prove it with this. This letter. Doesn't it look like its contents are different from the letter Mahiru had?
Whoa! The meeting times are off.
It's also strange that both letters wanted to change their meeting spot to the beach house. It would be plausible if one of them said it. But for both letters to say the same thing?
Hiyoko, since you wrote it, what do you think?
Like I said, I never wrote the letter. How many times do I have to tell you?
It's safe to say the letter was forged by the killer. Which letter did the killer forge? Both of them. They forged both letters.
I see.
Obviously.
The killer must have forged both letters.
The killer forged them so they could manipulate their actions. Yeah, that's how we should think about it.
That seems very likely. In fact, if you compare both letters, confirmed! Just as I assumed, the handwriting is the same. The content of the letters matches too.
Like this part. I was going to tell you in person, but I couldn't find you, so I put this in your mailbox.
Which is also bullshit because we all have a map available at all times that tells us exactly where everybody is.
This part. It seems there's someone who wants to interfere with our meeting. And this part. Let's keep it a secret. Until then, let's try not to see each other for a while.
The killer forged both of those letters.
In doing so, they were able to control Hiyoko and Mahiru to do their bidding, like a netherworld puppeteer.
So they completely tricked me. And then Mahiru's killer. How mean! Give me back Mahiru!
Really? This is really terrible. I've offered to help so many times.
Oh, shut up. Not the time, Nagito. I hate you so much. You're the worst. You're the worst.
It's all my fault. I'm so ashamed of being unreliable.
What is wrong with you?
Here we go again. Once we let our guard down, this happens. We can just lightly punch him to death later.
So based on what the letter said, you went to the beach house at 2 p.m., right, Hiyoko?
Why don't we just go get a phone and pull ourselves out of the simulation?
What's most important is what happened afterward. What on earth happened there?
She speaks.
I fell asleep. Why'd you fall asleep? It's not like I wanted to. I think I was forced to get a whiff of some kind of medicine or something.
In other words, we were correct. She was knocked out.
Medicine? That medicine. Could it be? Did they get it from the drugstore? I thought that place seemed unsafe. They even have prescription medicines laying out in the open.
If you were aware of that from the start, you should have done something about it.
I'm sorry. When I woke up, I was inside a small closet, and when I rushed out, I saw Mahiru's body.
And that's why you ran out of the beach house in such a panic.
I was scared. I was really, really scared. Really scared that I couldn't help. But...
Exactly what we said happened.
The killer probably planned to frame Hiyoko from the start. And for that reason, they summoned Hiyoko before Mahiru, put her to sleep, and shoved her inside the closet.
Exactly what we said.
So their reason for blocking the door with Mahiru's body was to make Hiyoko leave her footprints as evidence.
Yep, it's all falling into place.
Everything was done to frame Hiyoko as the killer.
Yes.
That's horrible. I didn't do anything wrong, and I was framed by Mahiru's killer.
Hiyoko, please do not cry. We believe you.
Is it really okay to believe her
Oh,
so
shut up.
easily?
We've already
She might be
established the
faking
logic
those
of what
tears.
happened. Does the fact that the letters were faked mean nothing to you?
This'll never end if you keep being so suspicious.
Isn't that what a class trial is all about? The only way to survive is to be suspicious. This is where we go to thoroughly doubt each other. So if you believe in each other so easily, then there's definitely something wrong with you.
No, I believe people based on logic and reasoning and evidence. You just believe whatever your stupid little rage head tells you.
You're wrong, Fuyuhiko. We aren't supposed to doubt each other here. We're supposed to work together. The class trial is where we cooperate with each other, work hard, and aim for victory.
I swear, it's like you change your mood in every single scene.
The killer and everyone else. Two hopes attempting to grasp the one true hope.
What is wrong with you?
Two hopes clashing with each other is poetry in motion. That is what a class trial should be.
Oh my god.
Seriously, which side are you on?
He doesn't even know. He changes every day.
I'm on the side of
Every time he
those who
blinks, he
hope that
changes.
Can overcome any despair. And I believe that absolute hope exists at the point where two hopes clash.
Do you think he believes his own bullshit, or is he just spouting nonsense for the sake of getting a reaction? Because if so, it's working.
Your stance is neither white nor black, but gray. And you do not yearn for your life, or even for victory.
He's like, hey guys, look at me being a moron. And we're all like, oh, what a moron. Then he's like, joke's on them, I was only pretending.
Jeez, I wish he'd just side with the enemy already so I can believe what he's saying.
Let's stop. Believing every little thing Nagito says is a waste of time.
Yeah, we need to figure out who Mahiru's killer is.
There should be a new clue contained in what Hiyoko has told us. So, let us believe Hyoko's words and discuss it once again with everyone.
Yep. The debate proceeds when you assume you can believe each other. Good job. That's the right way. That's the splendid power of teamwork. Hey, what do you think of that, Monokuma? I'm not gonna let you have the outcome you want.
Hey.
Whoa. He's sleeping.
Dumbasses. You bastards don't know anything. If you're stupid enough to trust each other,
It pisses me off that he's probably gonna survive this goddamn game.
the only thing waiting for you is the bitter truth.
He lives and Mahiru doesn't. What is this world? The bitter truth that may be true, but even so we can't just stand around here all day. Even if what lies ahead is a cruel ending, the only thing we can do is move forward, because unless we reveal who among us is Mahiru's true killer, there's no way we'll survive. Alright. Ay.
Well now,
Now that the class trial has reached its climax, I would like to present the answer right here, right now. Huh? You're gonna spoil who the killer is? If I reveal the answer before everyone's ready, they'll all be shocked. They'll all feel despair. You can't, it's seriously a big no-no. But spoiling it right now is innovative, don't you think? The club president and I are powerless against innovation. Who's the club president? So, without further ado, the answer is... Ah, you can't! Everyone, please close your eyes and cover your ears! Correct! You say Nanu in German when you're surprised. Huh? I don't know what you're talking about, but survival's wrong to me.
I don't get the point of those little things. I mean, I guess maybe it's supposed to be like comic relief, but I don't know, it's not really. The comic relief is not really working on me. Anyway, that was a good trial. At least a good first part of the trial. I mean, the first part was kind of slow with the whole game stuff. They really could have truncated that. Maybe, again, meshed it better with the daily life section to have this focus more. Because when this was focusing entirely on the events of the beach house, it was great. But the early stuff, not super great. But, you know, I'm excited to keep playing, and I do like the intermission. The intermission makes the pace, really helps the pacing of these trials. So that'll be it for now. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for next time to catch you all tomorrow for the conclusion of the second class trial of the game. Goodbye.
Danganronpa.